Feedy Bakery here. Thanks for joining. We are live and direct. Your pastry chef in the building with my wonderful pastry chef assistant in personal peace. So, like I told you on Monday, that our live program would always come up Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you have taken your time to check out Feedy Bakery channel, you would have seen, uh, check the past live programs we've been doing. We are just trying to tell you about the pastries that is being made in the bakery. You can do it as a side hustle, as do it yourself. And here I have someone in the house that have been learning the nitty-gritty about baking. She has learned some things about some pastries in Feedy Bakery. Today she made mini cakes and handmade donuts. Handmade donuts. Well, the reason she had to use her hand is because presently she doesn't have an equipment for her to start with. So the little one she's starting with is, to learn how to use the hand, though it is not easy. Like I told her, using your hand to make donuts ain't easy. So I wanted to hear from her this wonderful afternoon what she has learned so far. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'll start from the cupcake, which is this, as she showed you earlier. The added part is to how to mix. It needs a lot of mixing. Now you have to make the sugar and the margarine to mix properly. So it takes a lot of my energy.
She didn't inform me about this. So you can see now that when you have, why I'm bringing this up is for you to know when it comes to baking, and there are some certain things you do manually, it tells on your body. It does. It tells on your body. But when you have equipment that will make the work faster for you, you will not feel it, and before you know it, immediately the efficiency is there. There's consistency in what you are doing. But by the time you are using your hand, by the time you're using your hand, it will tell on you. Now you can hear from her. I didn't say anything. You can hear from her what she, is. She knew. Yes, she was feeling it. We'll upload the video of the process that she went through with the baking on our channel, so that you'll be able to see what we are talking about. When you have equipment that you use, it makes the work easier. It makes it efficient. You're not having body pain, you are not having hand pain, because the machine does the work for you. All you have to do is weigh in all your ingredients, pour it into the machine, but pour it into the mixer, and the mixer mixes it. You bring out your batter, you scale, and you bake. Even in the baking, we have different. Okay, don't let me say too much. I want her to tell you the difference that she observed when she was making donuts as well. She has seen the donuts we make in the bakery. How have you been able to see the process? Most times we would have finished before. So, but the frying aspect, you have seen
Yes,
it. So let her give you that. So
also, the donuts take a lot of time mixing, because you have to use your strength, your energy to mix, and you have to mix it properly. And also, it was very hard for me to mix as well, and it stressed me. It's even more stressful than
the
the
cake.
cake as well.
Okay.
So I've learned a lot. Earlier, I knew how to. I used to make donuts with at home. That is homemade, but it wasn't a lot of mixing, just a little bit of
And
mixing.
how
I
does
have
it
not.
come out? Does it
It's
come out like this when
it's
you make?
not actually like this.
How
It's
is
more a
the
little
is
rougher
raw?
than this.
This one, so this is
Yes,
better than
this
what you
is
were
yes,
making.
yes. So I thought donuts was easier than
Okay.
this. So when I saw this method, it was actually a different idea that I have in mind at all. So this one is a little bit stressful. So I learned a lot.
Okay, so you can
And
see
the
that.
frying
Okay.
also is it's this one actually stayed. The one I used to make at home, it doesn't use stays that much before I fry it. So this one we allowed it to stay for an hour before we fried, and the frying too is different from the one I used to fry at home, according to the idea I had then. So I learned a lot from
Okay,
it.
now, so you see when we tell you that we take you through it step by step. The idea, the knowledge she had about baking is quite different from what she's saying. When you come to when it comes to reality of baking, when you see some certain things, you really know the process, what it takes, the time, the energy, the love that you put in making a sumptuous treat for your customers. And with this one that you have done, when you want to cost, I'm sure you would think
Yes, I've
about it.
considered
You will consider it. Those are some of the things that startups don't in baking don't really put into consideration. When you're starting and you're using your hand, you're using is a manual thing you're doing, it takes more of your energy. But by the time you are scaling up, you have equipment that you are using, it makes the work much faster. You are able to even get more customers because they know that you can deliver due to the capacity of what you have. So the capacity of the equipment that you have helps you to navigate a wider client when it comes to pastry work. Another thing with pastry is that it has its ups, it has its downs. There is no business that does not have their ups and downs. But try as much as possible, understand the niche that you find yourself. Understand the niche you find yourself. Do your costing very well. Do your market survey. Go around. You have a lot of people around you making pastries. What differentiates yours? Why should they buy from you? What are they seeing in that product that you are doing and they're like, no, this one is an exceptional one. I would rather stick to Feedy Bakery products. So this and many more are those things you need to consider when you want to start in the baking niche. So this is where we'll be calling it a wrap today. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you're able to gain one or two things from our discussion today. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share. We are so grateful. Thank you once again. Thank you for supporting Feedy Bakery channel. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.